Welcome to Red Fracture TV. As always, I'm your host, Sean Chappell. Today, I'm shooting live from Studio Comix. Usually, I use a script. For those of you who don't realize it, I'm reading off screen. Of course, eyes darting to the side. It should be pretty obvious, but today I am going off script, and we're going to see where it goes. We're going to do a few live interviews, and I'm going to show you what Studio Comix is all about. So here we go. The reason that I'm shooting live today from Studio Comix is that we have been invited here today by owner-operator Alfonso Espinosa to do a holiday pop-up, and I'm here with two other entrepreneurs. I'm here with author Kit Davin and author-artist Jeff Campbell. So we're going to do a quick little interview with both of them, and then I'm going to show you a tour of the store. All right, here we go.
Hi everyone, I'm Kit Davin. I am an author. I come from Cambridge and I love to tell stories. I've currently finished a sci-fi fantasy trilogy called a Lunacy trilogy. You may have seen some of my books around. This is the first one in the trilogy. And I also like to write horror stories and thrillers, and they look like this. That's about all you really need to know about me. I just like to write, and I write, and I write, and I keep writing.
Hi, my name is Jeff Campbell. I am a children's book cartoonist and author. I have several children's coloring books called Mr. Chitty and Friends. He's based off of a chinchilla that I own. Mr. Chitty loves to cosplay as superheroes, TV characters, and I have about 5 coloring books out so far. And I got a variety of stickers, including the Flash and all the DC superheroes and villains. Been doing this for almost 2 years, and I get all my publishing done at Studio Comix here with Alfonso, and he's helped me to get into more conventions and actually get them published. And it's been a fun journey so far.
So here we go, off-the-cuff shooting. As we walk into the store, of course, there's always the greeting beep beep. But you will find an enormous array of curious things here in Studio Comix. So let's go have a look and see what's on the shelves today. We've got The Adventures of Aurora Man. We've got issues of Apama, The Undiscovered Animal. Look at that one there. Arcane Awakening. That one looks cool. Of course, this one here is a fan favorite. This one is Gehenna Death Valley by local author The Becca. We've got the whole 6-part series there. Fantastic. We've got Dark Blood there. That one looks ominous. Here we have Jack Grimm, Harbinger of Death. If only he had a blank cover. Hint, hint. There are so many amazing things to see in this store. The wall of memorabilia that has been accumulated here is just overwhelming. Some of the artwork, much of it original, is signed by the people who did it themselves. All of it nicely framed. I mean, it's a beautiful collection. It's probably going to be one of those things like the Kirk Hammett collection of rock memorabilia that just made it to the ROM. Eventually the Studio Comix tour of memorabilia. It'll come there. One day. Give it time.
Welcome everybody to the Studio Comix Press. So then what we have right here is basically just a little collection of original art and prints and things that they have been somehow part of the evolution of this place, right? Like some pieces that they're here. We have pieces that are from Sean Daly. We have pieces from Bob Camp. We have Becca, the Becca. We have a couple original covers on display here, including one print that was done a few years ago by Mike Ruth, pretty much the original design of Auric of the Great White North. That after a few years, that design became a actual comic book. Created by Davis Disbury, and of course right now illustrated by Andrew Thomas. Comic books are displayed just right in here, so this is kind of like the titles that he's doing. It's amazing just to see the changes and evolution of a comic book from, the design, the original design, all the way to story. And just like that, every single piece that you see around here, it has a little story.
Hi all, we're back home now, and even though our time at Studio Comix was short, we had a really excellent time. I got to chat with Jeff Campbell a little more and delved deeper into the backstory of Mr. Chinny, and Alfonso showed me his early beginnings as an airbrush artist back in the 90s. He gave me this awesome print of a cover he did decades ago, and I absolutely love it. It's finding wall space in my studio for sure. I also saw this comic cover in his store. It's using actual cover art for the 1984 movie Mutant, posing as a poster in the comic art. I can tell you from firsthand experience that this monster here never shows up in the movie. This here is what we call false advertising. And I noticed on IMDb that the cover art on the listing for Mutant is different there. Maybe other people called bull on it too. Shame on you, movie producers. To top off the day, I had a chance to talk to Rick Hipson, a local reviewer of all things horror. And of course, being an avid horror fan, I had a fantastic time talking fiction, movies, and all things horror with him. Rick, we'll have to do coffee sometime. If you're wondering why I haven't talked about Kit Davin at all, it's because Kit and I are connected at the hip. We work together, we eat together, we live together, the usual stuff that married couples do. I've worked with her on several covers for her novels, though, and plan to have her on Red Fracture TV very soon. That will be an episode all its own. Now, for my weekly advice. Community. Find yours. I've really enjoyed reconnecting with people now that I'm on my entrepreneurial journey. Although I'm introverted and can find prolonged interactions quite draining, I'm finding that in the moments I am completely energized and connecting with people in a way that I haven't in a long time. I'm finding my tribe, and it's exciting. Not only am I enjoying the face-to-face interactions that have come my way over the last 5 weeks, but I've been reaching out online as well to several comic book groups through Facebook and a local business group for entrepreneurial creatives called The Makers Collective. I heard about it through my grant course, and the name alone hooked me. Who wouldn't like that? The Makers Collective. I'm a maker. I'm all over that. I'm not sure where those will lead just yet, but making the effort to reach out feels like a great first step. Community is important. They're your support team, your cheering squad, your business contacts and partners, and your friends. Start local and make time to talk one-on-one with people. Don't be afraid to reach out and get to know who's around you. I've been on the fringes of community for a long time, and now, with a coffee date, a Shopify party, a business mentoring session, and a neighborhood holiday hop all happening in the next 6 days, I'm actually part of it. You can't thrive in a vacuum. Find your community. That is an order. For now, that is all. Thanks for watching. Writer Kit Davin and artist, sorry, what's your full name? Jeff Campbell. Okay, I'm gonna. There, we're getting there. The reason that I'm shooting live today at Studio Comix is that we've been invited by owner-operator Alfonso Espinosa. Again, this is why I write a script. Take 100.